for some Blood Bowl action. My name is Serious Jest, and I bring you a doubleheader today in Season 5 of the Champion Cup. Yes, many of you are familiar with the Champion Ladder in Blood Bowl 2. You sign on, it's the main league, the Cabal Vision League, the official league. There is the free ladder, and then there's the Champion Ladder, where people actually try to compete to make it here to the Champion Cup. And as the ball is kicked off, there is a riot. The fans are riled up. Both teams lose a turn by the time the refs finish pulling apart the crowd. Anyway, the Champion Cup is the top team of every one of the 16 races entered this tournament once a season. And wow, this match is already starting off bloody. Opening block ends up in an injured Norse. Today, by the way, we do have the Khemri team, the Old Kings, coached by Coach Schod, who I think this is his first season making the cup. Might be his second, but I think it's his first. And he is hosting a cup veteran, Rd1, who I think has made every single cup so far, has made it as far as the finals, but has yet to have a title under his belt. So Rd looking to make this the first season where he wins a championship and bring glory to the Norse, who have yet to win a Champion Cup. Khemri going to try to make it tough for them, and as you see, the game starting off brutal already. The Old Kings forming what looks like a wide cage there, and the Skeleton going to go pick up the ball, or that's the throw raw rather, going to go pick up the ball and use a GFI to get into the cage. That's a Blitz Raw he's using, actually. A Agi 3 Blitz Raw, which is super agile for the Khemri team, who are big and strong, but very stiff, not very agile at all. There's a wide cage formed, and now the Norse are going to try to punch a hole in this cage. In case if you're wondering why the action's moving so. Oh wow, the Norse open up with an armor break as well. It's only a stun at first, but here comes the bony Norse elbow, and that's going to knock out Wereth Amenipes. Yes, I think I got that right. And that is a key removal. That Blitz Raw's got tackle skill, pylon skill, and he's a blodger, and mighty blow. So pylon removing the pylon player on the other side. The Norse are feeling probably pretty good about that removal, even if it's only temporary, because he is knocked out. So he's got the ladies working the smelling salts over there on the sideline, trying to get him going. No babes today, just random ladies pulled from the crowd. But Rd did hire a wizard, I believe, and it is not showing. There's, by the way, if you're wondering about the blue tint, that's the magic dome from the Khemri Stadium, which makes sure that the weather is never a factor here during their games. I believe Rd does have a wizard. There's a Cabal Vision glitch that when you watch the game on Cabal Vision, sometimes the wizard does not show. I will go back to the chat. We have our little Champion Cup alumni chat in which Schod is alumni actually too. So I think this is the second season making it. Yeah, he made it last season too. So Schod, these are both veterans playing in this match. Rd got wizards and Schod got babes. So the babes are over on the Khemri sideline. So those are babes that are massaging them. They're not just random fans or skeleton groupies or Khemri groupies. They do have those groupies. They like to fan them with palm leaves and all that. So, yeah, if you're wondering why the action is moving so fast, the coaches aren't speed playing. This game is not on replay. This is a live game, but I got a late start on announcing it, so I backed it all the way up because I didn't want to miss any of the exciting action. I didn't think you should either, so backed it up to the beginning. Speed announcing is actually kind of easier. I don't got to fill in the gaps in the action with some, witty banter, or my attempts at witty banter in the meantime. So you could just see me call the play-by-plays as the Norse start to surround the Khemri in almost looks like a semicircle there, with the Yeti on the outside yelling furiously, and it looks like that Yeti's going to try to take down one of these Tomb Guardians. Juggernaut skill kicks into effect, and he is going to take him down, and the claws do not manage to pierce all of those bandages. He's got a lot of bandages on, and now he's going to get back up, say something. He says something to the Yeti. I couldn't make it out at first, but I think it was watch your back, and the Yeti says, huh, as he is knocked to the ground and stunned by the other Tomb Guardian buddy. This guy is now surrounded by a group of Kemri. I am kind of surprised there wasn't a foul. I guess they decided not to foul him because he's already stunned, so why bother? Which is, I'm very hesitant as well to foul somebody who's almost stunned, just because there's about a 50% chance that if you successfully foul anyway, it's only a stun. So to risk the ejection for what may actually be what you already have, it's not worth it sometimes. So kind of a veteran move in deciding not to foul the Yeti by the Kemri coach, Schod.
Smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
And now you're going to have the Kemri start to shift that cage over to the left. So you want to put all your naked men over on the right sidelines. You can stay over there. And we're just going to throw dice. Red die in effect here. And it's going to successfully knock a Norse to the ground. Norse player to the ground. Now the Norse are going to try to recover. They're not especially fast, but they're faster than these Kemri on average. And here comes the boom. Oh, he winds up with the left hook, and Agronator is going to come down with the big elbow. Trent Reznor is going to be removed. That's a throw raw off the pitch. 2 key removals. This one's a niggling injury on a damaged back. He will not regenerate. That back is permanently going to give him problems for the rest of his career. There's the frenzy block from Scalafinner. And look at that, the Norse coming out swinging with their AV7. It's really get you before you get us. That's what they are trying to do here. Marking up the players. There's a 2-die block on the Tomb Guardian. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and he does. Swiping him, knocking the Tomb Guardian Ixion down. And now you have a stunned Tomb Guardian, and the Kemri are going to try to protect that Blitzra who is holding the ball, but their numbers are thinning. So a cage is probably not in the cards, but partial cages. I was thinking maybe a screen. And, oh, that's not going to help. It's got a reroll. Fortunately, the old Kings have enough rerolls to get them through. Wide cage does the trick here to keep the Norse from swinging around in the back end of the cage. And now you're going to have this Tomb Guardian right there. Old King Clancy, I think that is. Oh, and there's that wizard I was talking about. The Norse decide to use it right then and there. There is an opening. The numbers are depleted for the Kemri. And the Norse just don't want to give them the opportunity to recover and continue their offense. So the Wizard is going to come out. He lightning bolts the Tomb Guardian successfully. However, Cthulhu, the Tomb Guardian, is going to get back up next turn. So it wasn't that strong of a bolt. Either that or he just ate the hell out of it. And not only is there an initial successful hit on the ball carrier, the pylon happens, managing to break armor with the pylon, but only a stun. That'll do the trick for now, though. Norse are going to surround the ball. Wind up punch, and these skeletons are going to get worked. You got to be careful with that AV7. They do have the thick skull, which keeps them from, which makes them more likely to not stay knocked out. But here we go, and just a stun. But the Kemri are definitely on their heels right now. Ball is loose. And they look angry. Looks like these Tomb Guardians are going to... Oh, look at that. Little break tackle action. Does not have to rely on his dodginess, or his agility, rather. He just instead decides to break the tackle on pure strength. The Kemri are going to put some men by the ball right now. Surround it. And meanwhile, now it's just damage control, looks like, for the Kemri. They're not even trying to pick the ball up. They just want to surround it so the Norse can't pick it up and run the other way. There is only one tackle zone on that ball right now, which is a little worrisome, though. Because that's still a 50% pickup. And don't think Diner's above trying that. But they forgot about, maybe forgot about the jump up that allows the Berserker laying on the ground to get a free block, and you can best believe there's going to be a pylon here. Oh, no, I was wrong. He decides not to pile on. He's already got the stun. He says, you know what? That's all I need for now. It's going to put him out for now. And, oh, there goes the throw rod. Injured, and now the Khemri pretty much have very, very little chance of picking up this ball. The big question is, can the Norse get downfield for the score? That is a Ulfa Werner right there. And look at that. Picks it up with the Tomb Guardian in the position. That is a, how was that a, that was a 50% pickup. Yep, 50% pickup. He got it. He dodged out. And the Norse are looking like they're in good shape to counter and score the touchdown by the end of the half. Khemri are going to try to recover here. This is not how you wanted the first half to go if you were the team receiving it, with the other team removing so many of your players from the pitch and then running down, oh, that's only, and then running down the field in the opposite direction. There's that break tackle coming into effect, and the Tomb Guardian says, where are you going, punk? However, he cannot manage to fell the Viking. What he does do, though, is put some tackle zones on him and make it a little harder. But here comes the rest of his crew. And we're going to see some... Who has the Dauntless skill here? No, they're not going to rely on Dauntless. They're going to take the one-die block. No, that's a two-die block because of the guard on the ball carrier. And down goes the Tomb Guardian. These Tomb Guardians have been taking a hell of a beating from these Norse. And the Ulfa Werner is going to clear this Blitzra away from the ball carrier. Doesn't knock him down, but doesn't get enough of a job clearing him away. And the runner, Greta Sturluson, is going to run downfield and trips. Does he regain his footing? Yes, he has done some extra training this week in running shuttle drills, and that helps him regain his footing. Is he? Oh! A skeleton falls victim to the Ulfa Werner. He is dead for the moment, but regenerates his life force and snaps all of the bones that need to be in certain places back into place. Can the Khemri catch this Viking? Looks like they are going to be within range. Here comes the blitz. Will it be enough? No. No. Not the kind of skulls the Khemri team wants to see. And the Vikings are going to trot into the end zone. And we are going to go into the second half with the score. Here for More Beer 1 and Old Kings 0. But first, we're going to see some Viking blocks. Here for More Beer figures, hey, we got a reroll. Why not? Let's push our luck a little bit. Everything's been going our way. Why not? See, they're just surrounding this Tomb Guardian with players. Is he going to get... Let's see what he's trying to do here. This is a two-die block. Keeps it coming. And finally, this one's going to do the trick. He's just going to knock him down, though. And there we go. That's what I was talking about. Greta Sturluson runs into the end zone, spikes the ball, and flexes those muscles that he works so hard in the gym to produce. Why not? It's his time to shine. If you are now just joining us, we have just concluded the first half in the game between the Old Kings and Here for More Beer. This is Season 5 of the Champion Cup, Round 1. The two teams playing here are the representatives of the Khemri and against the representatives of the Norse team. Two veteran coaches, Schod in his second season, he's coaching the Khemri, and Dynar321, who I think this is his 5th season where he has qualified for the Cup. And We are back here. So yes, this is a game that may still be live. I got a late jump on it and started it from the beginning because I didn't want to miss any of the action. So I don't know if we'll catch it by the end as being live, but we sure are trying our best. I'm speed announcing through this, and sometimes it's actually better to watch it this way anyway because you don't have to wait for coaches to make decisions or anything like that. So we just get to see the results. Also, I tend to digress a little less when it's speed announcing because I got to follow the action. So you won't hear exciting stories about my childhood or other exploits I've had in life. All right, there we go. Ball kicked off, second half, and it's almost as if the Camry knew what the Norse were going to do because they shift at the last second and put themselves in just the right place to counter this Norse offense. And while I say that, I'm going to switch to the offensive cam at this point. And I mean offensive cam as in team offense, not as in you're going to see something offensive like my Uncle Juan in his tidy whitey underwears on the screen. Just laugh now, figure it out later. All right, the Norse are going to move into position, and they are not deterred by the fact that the Camry tried to put all this strength up on the line. They're just thinking, hey, more blocks. And we got FanFox in the chat, our Season 2 champion. FanFox, what's up, FanFox? Yes, that's exactly what happened. The Wizard was used in the first half. Camry were stretched a little thin, I think. I think that the Norse managed to basically circle all of their forces around the Camry who had picked the sideline. The Camry tried to link back and kind of screen their way around to the left, spread the forces a little thin, and the Norse wisely picked that time to use the Wizard, steal the ball, and run down the pitch. Although the Camry didn't make it easy for him. There's a pylon. These Norse have been definitely very aggressive so far in this game. They know, they're very aware they have 87, and it's basically kill or be killed. They're doing everything they can to knock the Camry down before the Camry can knock them down. And that's been the story of the match, basically, is the Norse keeping the Camry on their heels. And this is going to be the Camry's chance to try to even things up. And there's a left hook. That'll help as a mighty blow Norse player is removed from the field. See him over there with a nice little bell over his head. And that was it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong side. For some reason, the sidelines don't match always what's at the top of the screen. So that's the Berserker Skalafinner, who's been doing some work. And you know what? The Camry are like, hey, we got a team full of skeletons. Why aren't we fouling more? That's AB7 on the other side. And there's a bony skeleton foot, and that'll stun the Norse player on the receiving end of the foot. The Norse are going to retaliate, and let's see how this werewolf does there. Unable to knock that skeleton down, but here comes the hit on the Tomb Guardian. Booyakasha! Gonna knock him down, no permanent injury though, but that is going to set up a one-die block on the Tomb Guardian, and it's going to be successful. Cthulhu is going to take a nap. The Norse are coming out swinging, aggressive. This is how you play Norse. You cannot be passive, and even this team that came in thinking, hey, we should win this bash battle. We're bigger, we're stronger. We got better armor, and they are just getting pushed around by this team of mankinis who are totally secure in their shaven mankini bodies. And the Camrys are going to retaliate and knock out an Öferwerner. Skeleton knocking the runner to the ground. The Camry are not going to let this Norse push up the right side. Yeah, exactly, FanFox. Not what you would imagine, but this is what Norse can do when they take advantage of all that block. And the Camry are just starting to, they don't like the, these guys laying on the ground there, and they're like, get off my pitch. This is where, now the Camry are starting to win the bash battle. They have started to get back to basics. In the first half, it was more about positioning, protecting the ball, you know, not letting the Norse break their cage or their screen and getting to the ball carrier. Now they don't have to worry about that. They can just beat people up because this ball is sitting way back at the bottom of the screen. And if the Norse aren't careful, they may find themselves in a position where that ball carrier is the last dude left on the pitch. Kemry again got to be careful not to leave that left sideline open. And it looks like they bring a Tomb Guardian back to help with that. He's going to mark up this lineman right there. And we're going to see the Skeleton blitz. Oh, with the front kick. Breaking some armor. Greta Sturluson says, where'd that truck come from? Camry maximizing the blocks. Using what some would call a vanity reroll to knock that one home, but that results in an armor. Oh, no, it's a KO. It is a KO. Is that mighty? Yeah, it's because of the mighty blow. The stun turns into a KO. And things are all of a sudden. Geez, where did all the Norse go? Oh, there they are with bells over their head laying on the sideline. But the Norse ain't done either. The Werner, Fido decides to take a swing, knocks the Skeleton to the deck, and his buddy's going to follow. And now we have a Norse player has broken into the open field. Reroll used. And it looks like are we going to see the long pass? No. We're going to see the Vikings break to the left, start to screen off the ball carrier. They've got their deep threat. It does not look like the Camry can get to him, so they're going to have to put themselves in the way of that ball carrier and hope that he is unable to complete that throw. The Tomb Guardian definitely helps with this. Having to go around the Tomb Guardian will limit the range of the ball carrier, who that runner doesn't have any special throwing skills. So it's going to be a tough throw for him. In the meantime, this poor Ulf finds himself surrounded by a bunch of angry Camry. And I don't think I have to be clairvoyant to predict the foul coming. Oh, wait, no, they're not going to. Well, they might. They might still. I don't think he's got the range. The Skeleton's got the range to get there. In any case, there is another front kick, and that ball carrier is now marked up and looking lonely. Oh! That one step too many gets the Skeleton at first. He trips. He tries for another, though. He gets greedy. He's unable to mark up the ball carrier. And are we going to see a Norse relay to seal the victory? No! I thought we were going to see a dodge Norse relay. I thought we were going to see this player right here come over, dodge out, hand it off to this player and have him run down the field and throw it. Instead, the runner uses all that movement to try to run down the field and gun it, and he does! That is a successful pass, and we are going to see a touchdown! No! He's going to stop short of the end zone because he knows that Skeleton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that Skeleton can't get anywhere near him. The Norse are going to stall it out another team in case that Camry passing attack comes in. Top flight next turn. They're going to make sure that this game is put away. And it looks like the Camry are angry and they want to beat people up. And poor Ulfa Werner. He's going to get a bony Skeleton foot, and Fido is knocked out. That's probably the best thing for him. He is off the pitch and unable to be hurt further. There's no more suffering for that poor Ulf. However, we cannot say the same for the rest of his team. It looks like they're going to receive a little Camry love right there. Oh, nasty hit. And Freyafar gets stunned. However, no permanent damages here. By the way, I don't know who they're playing next round yet. Oh, it is. Yeah, I do know. So Norse are going to steal this victory. With that, let's see, Fan Fox. I'm going to look right now. So yeah, it's the dwarves. It's the long bears who won against Cheese as a kind of meat. Should be next in the bracket for more beer. So a valiant attempt by Schod here in the first round. Dino, just an excellent coach, just really using these Norse to their fullest abilities and out-bashing the Khemri. At first, Khemri came back, but by the time they did, it was just too late. Spectacular play by the Norse. Some of them come back. So, and that Yeti can cut through that armor, so Khemri better be careful. By the way, if you're watching this, don't worry if this game wasn't close enough for you. We have more exciting action to follow this. Actually, the match between the Champ Alumni Cheaters host, who are coached by Coach The Beer Bear, who is also a frequent veteran of the Cup, has made it in most, if not all, of the season so far. Will be hosting, I think, our new Cup contender. I think this is his first Cup. Shagarath and his Septic Flesh, who are the Nurgle team. This is going to be Chaos versus Nurgle next. They've already started the game, so I'll be catching up with that next. As this ball is kicked off, the ref gets threatened, so it looks like players are going to get away with some more fouls. A little pylon action there. Heavy knee coming, and Drifta Gunnarsson is KO'd. I got to think, in a way, the Norse are pretty happy for every KO. Any KO or badly hurt is fine for them right now, because that's a player that's off the pitch and can't be hurt. I think that was another badly hurt. And the Khemri are just maximizing bash at this point, but since this team has no future in, and these teams can't re-enter the Champion Cup next season, so this team's going to either go in the wood chipper or maybe into some private league, or could be playing in the free ladder. I don't know. There's not much advantage to getting SPP as far as I'm concerned, though. But the Old Kings are going to put on a good show, try to leave their mark on the Norse, and there goes the Yeti taking a beating. Jurgir the Wild hasn't done a lot this match, but the rest of the team stepped up, so. Ooh. I'm going to see a cheeky foul? Yeah, we're going to see a cheeky foul. Boom with the stomp shot. It's going to leave a mark on the poor player's chest. Asvor is stunned. Khemri are going to run back and get that ball. Now, theoretically, the Khemri, if they could score in the next two turns with a pitch clear, I just don't see that happening. But a pitch clear could potentially, if none of the players come back, could put an extra point on the board for the Khemri team. This ship has sailed, though. This game is over. And that Blitzra manages to fend off the attack from the Ulfaverne. Norse are going to swing their players around to assist. We'll stand firm action there. Khemri are going to retaliate. Unable to knock down the runner, but now the rest of the players are in trouble or in danger. Khemri not even worried about the ball right now. They're trying to knock some Norse to the ground, and they do. There's an armor break, successful. It was going to be a stun, turns into a KO, and the Khemri want to leave a mark. That player's going to get injured. Fish Sticks Gaming says it's too late to start learning and playing this game. No, definitely not. Shoot, I'm still learning. Everybody's still learning. It's an evolving game. Definitely, my personal recommendation is there's a campaign mode that basically is a tutorial, but it's got kind of a cute little story or whatever to it. So it's a good vehicle for learning. Play the campaign mode, learn the real basics of the game, and then once you do that, I would say either start playing in the champion ladder, or there's some private leagues out there where people will help you learn and give you tips and stuff like that. best way to learn is really just by getting your ass kicked a few times, and then once somebody does something to you, you're like, nobody will ever do that to me again, and so you take that off of your, your learning curve or whatever. So, oh, nice. So if you've played tabletop, this is if you've played the board game, the tabletop version, this is very, very similar to it. So I mean, you're already kind of ahead of the game. Also, the Legendary Edition for this game is coming out within the next a few months. And when that happens, I predict that we're going to get a large influx of new players. So, definitely get it. I think it's worth it. You can probably get it for real cheap right now. And you're going to have the big Tomb Guardian with the hit on that poor, unsuspecting werewolf who turns around and says, "Hey, man, game's over. Why you got to take a swing at me, bro?" Nice. Good stuff, Fish Dicks. Maybe we'll see you around on the pitch. So these are the final stats here. Looks like the armor breaks look even for both sides, and that's really what kept the Norse in the mix. And about the same. It looks the same in the number of blockstone and armor breaks, but the KOs from the Old King were more drastic. You wouldn't think from these stats that the Norse won the match, but they did. 2-0. What a result. All right, so I'm going to stop this stream really quickly so that I can have a separate video for the next stream that's coming. All right, I'm going to take maybe a 1-minute break, and then I'm going to come back on with the next match in our doubleheader, which is the Champ Alumni Cheaters, a Chaos team, facing off against a nasty Nurgle team, the Septic Flesh, coached by Shagrath, and the other coach is the Beer Bear for Chaos. Both these guys, or Beer Bear is a longtime Cup veteran. Shagrath, I think, is a newcomer or second time qualifying for the Cup. All right, so stay tuned. Thanks for joining us, and join me back on here in 1 or 2 minutes. Thanks.